Hi guys, and thank you for joining me for this video, part 2 in the series for slightly more advanced practice. So you might have done part 1 and continuing straight on to part 2, or you might just be coming in and doing this video for this particular practice. And we'll be exploring Sun Salutation B, deconstructing it a little bit as well as putting it together. So let's get started. See you on the mat. Starting in our mountain pose, Tadasana. Knuckles of the big toes and the ankles can touch, or you can stand with your feet hip distance. Spreading the knuckles of your fingers and your toes. The knees are soft. And the front and the back of your legs working evenly, wanting to straighten and bend your knees at the same time. Buttocks toning, sit bones reaching down towards the back of the heels. Pubis lifting up towards the lower ribs. Lower ribs slightly moving into the back lower ribs. Your heart lifting up towards your chin. And your ears lifting up and back in line with your shoulders. Long, tall, solid, stable mountain pose. And from here, Sun Salutation A. Floating the arms up on the breath. Maybe the palms touch. And then tracing down the front of the body, soften the knees, fingers to floor, head to knee. Eyes forward, heart forward, hands flat, high plank. For this round, you might like to bring the knees to the floor, shift your weight forward, elbows over wrists, and lower down. Hands press down, toes are pointing, pressing down, elbows lift, shoulders, chest, head, cobra, and lowering down. Pressing up and back to your down dog. Head is heavy, neck is soft. Staying here for 2, 3, maybe 4 breaths. Pressing the knuckles of your hands into the floor, the lightness in the wrists. Spreading the knuckles of your toes. Hips pull away from the hands like a tug of war. And then lift your heels up high, bend your knees down low. Walk, step, or float to the top. Fingertips stay on the floor, eyes forward, heart forward. And exhaling head to knee. Soften the knees, firm the buttocks, breath rolls you up along the spine. Sweep your arms up, and arms along your side. A variation of Sun Salutation B. Bend your knees as low as you can, maybe fingertips touch the floor, and then float the fingers up, and reach forward. And then hands together, curl down the front body, fingers to mat, head to knee. Eyes forward, heart forward. Hands flat, high plank. Maybe keep your knees on the floor, maybe keep your legs straight, and lower all the way down. Point the toes, hands press down, elbows, rib cage, shoulders, head lift. And lower back down. And you can push up on your knees, or you can keep your legs straight, and push up and back to down dog. Keep the left foot down. Use your breath to float the right leg up. Nice, strong right leg. And then inhaling up onto the left tip toes. And exhale, sink the heel. Lift the heel. And sink. Lift the heel up high. Bend the left knee. Then bend the right knee. And come forward, right knee to chest. Keep your right leg bent. Take it back, lifting your right knee up high. Lift up onto left tip toes. Bend the left knee and come forward. This time right foot steps forward. Soften left knee. Firm both buttocks. Roll up, high lunge. And bring your hands to the floor. Stepping back, high plank. And maybe you lower down to the mat, knees first or legs straight. Moving into your cobra. Lower down. And press up and back to down dog. Second side. The right leg stays down. Float the left up on the breath. And then inhaling onto the right toes and sink the right heel.
Lift the right heel and sink. Lift the heel, bend the knee, bend the left knee, and come forward, high plank, knee to chest. Keep the knee bent. So you like you're kicking your own butt. And then lifting onto the toes, bending the right knee, and then curling forward. Left foot steps forward. Soften back knee, firm both buttocks, rolling up, high lunge. And curling down, hands flat, high plank. And then maybe lowering down. You can always change up your vinyasa. Sometimes knees to the floor, sometimes legs straight, cobra. Then we're pressing up and back to down dog. Staying here for a breath or two. And then from here, you're going to lift your heels up high, bend the knees down low, walk, step, or float to the top, fingertips on the floor, eyes forward, heart forward. Exhaling, head to knee. Keep your knees or heels glued to the floor. Bend your knees as low as you go, and float up into your chair pose. Squeeze your buttocks, come all the way up to standing. Maybe the palms touch. Arms along your side, Tadasana. Now the more traditional warrior or sun salutation B. Bend the knees, maybe fingers touch the floor, and float the hands forward and up. Shins and spine parallel. And curling down, fingers to floor, head to knee. Eyes forward, heart forward. Hands flat. Maybe float back straight into your plank, your chaturanga, maybe your first upward facing dog. Tuck your chin, lifting up and back. So you roll along the spine through your angry cat to down dog. Floating up, right leg on the breath, and stepping the right foot 2/3 of the way forward, so keeping it short. Left heel to floor, firming the buttocks, roll up, warrior one. We'll stay here for a breath or two. Feel it open into the front left hip, or front of the left hip. Hips square to the top of your mat. Spreading the knuckles of fingers and toes. And then bring your hands down. Stepping back, high plank. Maybe you lower to the floor. Maybe you move to your up dog. In up dog, elbows still bent. Pulling back, shoulders move back, heart forward, gaze forward. And then you tuck your chin. You roll the top of the head towards your belly button. Lift up and back to down dog. Floating the left leg up on the breath. Stepping the left foot 2/3 of the way forward. Right heel to the mat, firm your buttocks, roll up. Warrior one. Hips square to the front. Feel the buttocks pressing down into the feet. Pubis lifting to belly button. Front low ribs to the back low ribs. Ears and shoulders in line. And then you curl down, hands flat. Maybe step it back. Maybe bring your knees to the floor. Maybe come all the way down. Maybe move into your cobra. Maybe from cobra to your up dog. And everybody meeting in your down dog. And staying here for a breath or two. And then lifting up high into your toes. And exhaling down, knees bend. And then walk step or float forward, fingertips on the floor, eyes forward. And exhaling, head to knee. Chair pose, sink your hips. Float your hands forward and up. Squeeze the buttocks, lift up, float up. Arms along your side. Tadasana. Spread the knuckles of your fingers and toes. Sit bones to the back of your heels. Front lower ribs to the back lower ribs. Pubis to navel. Maybe close your eyes and feel your feet on the floor. Feel your tall, stable, strong mountain pose. And maybe you finish here, or maybe you decide to continue on to the next video.